The Atlantis of Britain, a lost world beneath the sea. Imagine a place once filled with rivers, forests, and roaming mammoths. A land where people hunted, gathered, and raised families. A vast stretch of green plains connecting Britain to Europe. Today it's gone. Buried beneath the waves of the North Sea lies a lost world that scientists call Doggerland. A real-life Atlantis that most people have never even heard of. Roughly 10,000 years ago, if you stood on what is now the eastern coast of England, you could walk to Germany without ever seeing the ocean. Doggerland was that land bridge, a thriving landscape of hills, valleys, lakes, and woodlands, home to Mesolithic people who had no idea their world was vanishing. They lived in huts, fished in rivers, hunted red deer and bison. They carved tools from bone and flint, and they passed down knowledge, all without leaving behind a single written word. But then the world began to change. As the last ice age ended, glaciers melted and sea levels started to rise, slowly at first, then faster. Year after year, the sea crept in, swallowing forests, flooding hunting grounds, and cutting off families from the mainland. What happened next may have been sudden. Around 6200 BCE, a massive undersea landslide off the coast of Norway, known as the Storegga Slide, triggered a tsunami that crashed across the North Sea. That wave may have been the final blow. Within decades, or even days, Doggerland vanished beneath the water, leaving behind nothing but legends, shipwrecks, and questions. But the story doesn't end there. Fishermen still pull up ancient bones from the seabed. Divers have found antlers, tools, and even pieces of hearts that haven't seen the sun in 8,000 years. And with sonar and 3D mapping, scientists are beginning to reconstruct what Doggerland looked like. Its rivers, its coasts, even the paths its people walked. So what can this lost land tell us? Maybe that rising seas have always reshaped human history. Maybe that entire civilizations can disappear, not with war or fire, but with water. Doggerland reminds us that no coastline is permanent, and no land is truly safe from time. A forgotten world beneath our feet, waiting to be remembered. If that made you rethink what we know about ancient history, stick around, because Doggerland is just one of many lost lands waiting to be uncovered.